Mercedes AMG is setting the tone for the future of high-performance electric vehicles with the unveiling of the concept AMG GT XX, a visually stunning and technologically advanced all-electric super sedan built for the next era of driving. As the first model based on Mercedes AMG's dedicated AMG EA platform, the GT XX doesn't just raise the bar, it redefines what's possible in the luxury performance EV segment. The headline numbers alone are enough to make enthusiasts take notice: over 1,341 horsepower, a top speed exceeding 220 miles per hour, and a design that blurs the line between futuristic art and motorsport engineering. With this concept, Mercedes AMG is signaling its intention to dominate the upper echelon of the all-electric market, drawing on lessons from Formula One and the hyper-exclusive AMG One to bring cutting-edge performance to everyday roadways, at least for those lucky enough to get behind the wheel when it eventually hits production. The concept AMG GT XX features an all-new drivetrain built around 3 axial flux motors, a significant departure from the radial motors used in most EVs. This choice isn't arbitrary. Axial flux motors are lighter, more compact, and capable of producing higher torque density, making them ideal for high-performance applications. These motors are paired with a newly developed high-performance electric battery, jointly informed by Mercedes Formula One efforts and the AMG One hypercar development program. Together, these components push the concept's output past 1,341 horsepower, placing it firmly in hypercar territory. With instantaneous torque and next-gen thermal management, the GT XX is engineered to maintain peak performance without thermal throttling, a common limitation in current EV performance platforms. The HPEB battery isn't just powerful, it's remarkably fast to charge. Thanks to an 850 kilowatt capable charging system, the battery can recover up to 248 miles of range in as little as 5 minutes. That kind of performance is virtually unheard of in today's market and shows how aggressively Mercedes-AMG is pursuing innovation in real-world usability. There's one catch: current DC fast charging infrastructure maxes out around 350 kilowatts. But Mercedes is already planning ahead, developing its own high-speed charging network capable of supporting these ultra-fast sessions. This positions the AMG GT XX as a future-ready flagship, anticipating the next generation of EV infrastructure. Visually, the concept AMG GT XX is as dramatic as its powertrain. The fastback silhouette, low-slung hood, and AMG-specific grille framed in illuminated trim create a bold first impression. It's not just for show, every element of the exterior is shaped by aerodynamics and cooling performance. Unique design touches include electronically controlled aero wheels, which use dynamic aero blades to adapt in real time for optimal airflow and range enhancement. Around back, a panel housing 700 programmable RGB LEDs adds both flair and function. Drivers can display information such as charging status directly on the car itself. The car is finished in MBUX Fluid Light paint, a next-gen coating that uses electrically conductive layers to emit light, giving the GT XX an unmistakable visual identity. Combined with AMG's signature styling cues, the car feels every bit like the spiritual successor to the brand's most iconic performance vehicles, only fully electric. What sets the GT XX apart is its genuine motorsport DNA. It's clear Mercedes-AMG has used the concept GT XX as a proving ground to integrate its most advanced technologies from Formula One, track-specific engineering, and luxury design into a single, coherent package. The battery's intelligent cooling, the axial flux motor layout, and the aerodynamic optimizations all reflect the lessons learned from years of racing innovation. This isn't a case of simply electrifying an existing platform, this is a ground-up, EV-first performance sedan with the soul of a track machine and the presence of a grand tourer. Mercedes has not yet confirmed a release date or production timeline for the concept AMG GT XX. However, given the maturity of the technologies on display and the clarity of the brand's commitment to its AMG EA platform, a production version is likely already in development. For now, the GT XX is a reminder that performance doesn't need combustion. It just needs vision, engineering, and a willingness to leap into the future. With its record-breaking specs and revolutionary tech, this concept is already influencing how the world will look at electric performance cars moving forward.